Hi guys, it's Lynn here. Hope you're having an amazing day. Now guys, welcome to our end of October Cacti and Succulent and a few indoor plant update. And as you know, we moved house 6 weeks ago, me and Honzi, and it has been absolutely hectic. There's not been one day gone past where we have not been busy doing things in the house or the plants and the polytunnel. And we still have so much more left to do, guys, but there is sort of light at the end of the tunnel now. And I'm going to start off with a polytunnel, and it's been a very stressful last 6 weeks, as well with the house move. It's been very traumatic with all the plants, and a few got damaged and things like that. But overall, the house move's gone really well, and she's getting the plants all settled in now into their new homes in the polytunnel and in the grow room and a few around the house. And sadly, it's been a very stressful time for me also. I lost my mother the weekend. She'd been ill for a long time, so she passed away very peacefully at the weekend. But obviously, it's been very stressful. So trying to keep as normal as possible and upbeat as always, because, you know, life goes on, as they say. And my mother would have turned around and said, Lynn, get on with it and be strong. So here we go. Now, we're starting off with a polytunnel, and as you can see, there's still a lot more things to do here. We've got a few plants still left to put away in here. So I'm just going to go around, and what I'm going to do is I've done a tour of the polytunnel, of the whole collection. So links up above to that video of the cacti and succulent plants in the polytunnel. They've been rearranged a little bit different since then. They're going to be rearranged again because I'm sort of not happy with how they're looking at the moment. I want obviously taller plants like this towards the back and smaller ones forward, so it just looks a bit nicer to the eye. But so far so good. They've all been put away off the floor, and we did a video. Obviously we insulated the floor fully, and we've completely bubble wrapped it as well, and we got a heater organised that should be coming this week. So we do an unpacking video when the heater arrives, and I'll show you the one we've chose and why we've chosen that one. And also we're going to, obviously when it's setting up running, we're going to do a review on it. So far so good. The weather's been pretty mild, so I haven't had to worry about heat so far in here. And anyway, we start off here. I'll show you what's happening. Just a selection. As I say, the plants are pretty much going dormant now, so there's not a lot happening. Not with a lot of the cacti, the deserty types anyway. I've got a few here, the aloes, and Honzi's chili plants still producing little chilies, which is wonderful to see. I've got a selection on the table here of some of the Haworthias, the aloes, and some Gasteria as well, a little collection. Got a few dotted around the place here, Kalanchoe. And we have the epiphytes hanging up in the hanging baskets. As you can see, a selection of different epiphytes. Now I'm going to be keeping a close eye on these because we're going to be keeping the heat in here probably minimum temperature between 5 and 7 to 8, because ideally it's good to overwinter the majority of cacti and succulents around 7 Celsius, which is about 45 degrees Fahrenheit. But obviously the cost of the heating may work out a bit much, so we're going to keep it at the bare minimum 5C, 40 Fahrenheit. But ideally, so far so good. Hopefully we'll be keeping it about between 7 Celsius and 8, but definitely no more than 10, because we want these plants to overwinter. But as I say, I'm going to keep a close eye on the epiphytes, and any that show any signs of not looking too good, I'll bring back into the house. So far so good. And the good news is, I'll just start off with here, some of the Schlumbergias are coming into bud. Look at that, guys. So that's lovely. Selection of a lot of different types of Schlumbergias here. And the good news is we have this lovely one here. Now this is actually Schlumbergia Gold Charm, but because obviously it's cooler temperatures in here at the moment, it's gold on the outside, but it has more of a pink tone than normal. Now that phenomenon I actually discovered a year or so ago when I bought this plant. It was golden coloured, and then when I kept it in the conservatory, which was kept a lot cooler and unheated, it started to go pink. But it's actually beautiful, isn't it, guys? So if you find your Christmas cacti change colour compared to what there was when you bought them or had them, it's usually down to temperature. So that's not so unusual. And loads more bud. This is the orange flame, which is gorgeous. Look, that's absolutely tons of buds on that, guy. So the Christmas Schlumbergia cacti, or the holiday cacti, Thanksgiving, as they say, are doing very, very well there. And I'll just show you a mixture of everything. Some October cactus as well here. Nepenthes as well. So all these sort of going pretty much dormant now. All the Nepenthes are the old pictures are sort of dying back as well. And Cyaniums here. We've got the monkey puzzles, and they're doing really well here. So they're going to be overwintering in the polytunnel and then putting back out again for the winter outside. And these are the carnivores. As you can see, a lot of the Venus flytraps now are dying back for the winter. And we've got the Pinguiculatina, which is wonderful in beautiful flower. This has been flowering for the past few weeks, absolutely gorgeous. And some of the butterworts there as well. So they're doing great. A mixture of different sort of gasterias and other things, and more Nepenthes here. And Burrow's tail succulent here, again in the hanging basket with some echeverias and some of the monkey's tail. So a bit of a few different things. And this is my oldest Schlumberger truncata Thanksgiving cactus, full of buds, absolutely packed with buds. So that's going to make an amazing display, especially hanging, guys. And we have a selection of some of the crassulas here as well, and some more aloes. These are Hansi's beautiful aloes there, so they're gorgeous. And Cyanium and some Rebutia seedlings here. And these were gifted to me by my amazing friend Shane Walsh. And by the way, guys, I want to let you know about an amazing new channel that my fantastic friend Shane has just started up. And Shane actually lives here in Ireland, but he lives in Kerry, which is a beautiful part of our island on the west coast. And he has the most incredible cacti and succulents and amazing greenhouse, guys. And he put his first video on actually yesterday, so links up above to Shane Walsh's channel. Please do go over and subscribe to Shane and support him. He's probably not going to be putting on too many videos, maybe not until the spring, he mentioned, but do go over and subscribe. You'll see his amazing tour of his beautiful plants, all in his greenhouse. And obviously he'll be putting on future videos in the future, so please do go over. And Shane, again, I have to apologise for not sending you your cuttings. I have your cuttings still here. It has been crazy hectic trying to get everything done. I haven't forgotten about them. I've got some little seedlings for you as well. I'm going to put them in the post, fingers crossed, the weekend. But they are here, so don't worry. And my apologies again for not sending you them. I've been promising you these all through the summer. It's just been crazy. Anyway, I'll just show you here a mixture of everything all going on here. Selection of all different aloes, succulents, cacti, all a mixture of everything. And I'm just going to pinpoint anything that seems to be coming up into flowers. A lot of the South African ones are still sort of actively growing here. And this beautiful sedum here was gifted to me by my amazing friend Karina, Fifi. So links up above to Karina's wonderful channel. She has some beautiful plants on there. She grows some amazing African violets and orchids and a lot of other things as well. So absolutely beautiful. But look how well it's doing. It's beautiful. As you can see, it desperately needs repotting. So that's going to be on the agenda for possibly the weekend. I have a lot of things to do in this polytunnel. Me and Hans have got a lot of we're going to leave a lot of the repotting until the spring, because it's not always good to repot during this time of year. But some of the succulents that are still growing, especially the South African ones, sort of safe enough to repot them on this time of year, as long as you don't overwater. And as I say, won't be watering any of the cacti, the desert types, at all now. These are going to be left dry until next spring, because they're going to be overwintering from now on. And obviously temperatures are getting cooler and are going to be overwintering, as I said, with the greenhouse heater, with a minimum of about 5 Celsius, but no more than 8 to 9, very maximum 10. I say it does get warm in here during the days when the sun comes out, because the polytunnel is in a south-facing garden, so they won't have to worry about the heating during the days in the winter, hopefully not, mainly just the cold, chilly nights. And I say a selection of everything here. The lovely pelargoniums, they're doing wonderful. Still lots of flower, these. Absolutely gorgeous. Look at that. These are beautiful. These are what Hansi brought back from Stockholm, and they're doing really well. Just show you under the table. As I say, we're still in the middle of putting everything away in the polytunnel, so it's a bit of a mess. Just trying to get the pots in size order and everything like that, so it's much easier when it comes to repotting. There's a mixture of everything on here, and a load of Trichocereus cacti, a few different varieties there, Parodia, and just selection of Trichocereus some patrinoids, some scopicolas, and this is Hans's amazing big cactus. As you can see, it's literally touching the roof. But this, he grew from seed 42 years ago, and that's doing very well. As the trichoceras are very hardy as well to have out as our opuntias in greenhouses. And just show you there, it's a selection of all different ones. Now at the back we have a Pilocereus in a bit of a pot there, and I am going to be bubble wrapping this in the next month or two because they're not the most cold hardy, and keeping this greenhouse about 5 to 7 may not be a bit too cold for Pilocereus, but it has survived in my conservatory many years at 2 degrees Celsius, so I think this would be like a heat wave in here compared to the old house we used to have, guys, believe it or not. And selection there of all different ones as well. Big aloe durena there, and big Ackermanni epiphyllum. Ackermanni, lovely big juicy seed pod. Look at that, guys. And by the way, I actually harvested the 2 seed pods that were on the two epiphyllums that we pollinated a few months ago now, and I made a video of it. I'm going to put that on the next couple of days. You'll see the amazing seeds. So that came out so well, guys. And again, to show you what we've got up here, we've got a selection. Sorry about this very long video, but it's hard to do this quick because there's so much on here. These all get winter dormancy now, not much happening. A selection of little Chamaesyrises, astrophytums, ferrocacti. Again, they're more trichocereus. This one, I don't know what's happened to this. It's been like this for absolutely years, but it's definitely not dying or dead. Repotted, it's got a great root system, and when you water it fattens up. It's just, I think it had a bad case of spider mites a couple of years ago, and it's not quite fully recovered with new growth yet. But selection there of a few different things. This I absolutely love. This one burst open when I watered it the first time in the spring, and I'll put a link up above to that video. What happens when you have a cactus drinks too much? And it's made an amazing recovery. It's calloused over, and it's got 2 little arms, and it sort of reminds me of the little cactus lady I have in the beginning of my videos in the intro. Isn't it gorgeous? I love it. And here got some Ariocarpus. Here we have the Testudinary elephantypes, and that has got the vine. Again, this is a winter growing one, autumn and winter, and it is just absolutely flourishing there. And we have a selection of a few little Echinopsises and Ocotillo as well. Crown of Thorns, that's beautiful. What Keith Grooveman 68 gave me, still loads and loads of leaf, so that seems to be doing well. Selection again of a few Espostoa there, Mammillaria. Again, this is a lovely Chrystrate, Cleistocactus Chrystrate, isn't it wacky? Another Astrophytum nudum here. As I say, I'm going to be putting the taller plants at the back and the smaller ones forward. I just haven't had a chance to rearrange all this, guys. It's been mad, but hopefully it doesn't look too bad. That's lovely, the old man cactus Cephalocereus senilis. And this one again, the Trichocereus, nicknamed the penis cactus for obvious reasons I won't go into. Very humorous, obviously. And some beautiful aloes again. Shane very kindly gifted me gifted us these agaves, I should say, here, and they're doing amazing well, as you can see, Shane. Thank you so much. And little bowl garden there, another ferrocactus, a few selection again, Oreocereus, and Mammillaria, and Pico, and some more Cleistocactus straussii, and show you here a few mixtures, and these are the seedlings. These are the Opuntia humifusas, and look how well they're doing. They're amazing. These are very cold hard. They're starting to shrivel as well, which is a good sign for the winter. They're just absolutely amazing. This is a very untidy Calanchoe tomatos that needs a good trimming, so don't look at that, guys. I just haven't got a chance to get round to it. It grows so fast. Get a selection of different cacti here. Echinocereus grosonii, there, that one is sort of semi-cold hardy. I'm not quite sure what to make of it. I may bring it into the house because I've mixed reviews online where some say it can take minus temperatures, some say it needs a minimum of 12. So if you know anything, guys, let me know. But so far the temperatures are okay to keep this still in the Polytunnel, and hopefully it will be okay at 5 to 6C, but let me know, guys, if you know more about it. And some aloes here, and I think that's pretty much it then, guys. This is the Polytunnel done. And as you can see, it's starting to take shape. Still loads of space because we obviously got a lot more plants in the house that come spring, they'll be going all back into the Polytunnel again. And this is a lot more space than there normally would be. But isn't it great? It's a great size. It's wonderful to actually have the size to display all our plants. At last, it's what me and Hans have always wanted to do. And I know it's not a glass greenhouse or even a polycarbonate greenhouse, so it's not ideal. It is only a polytunnel. It seems so far so good. It certainly keeps the heat. And then, as I said, I did a video on the thermometer in here, minimum and maximum, that we have a sensor that we can read the temperature inside the house. We don't have to keep going out to check. So, so far so good. And as I say, now I'm going to show you what we've got in the house. Now guys, I'm going to show you the kitchen windowsill. Now I'll just show you this. These are actually some of the Pilosocereus that we overwinter in the kitchen because they're not cold hardy and they sort of need a minimum of about 10 to 12. And obviously we're going to be keeping the polytunnel between 5 and 8 Celsius. So to be on the safe side, we brought them in, and although they're not directly in the window, they will get plenty of light in this kitchen. As you can see, the light comes through and it will go through onto these, and because they're overwintering, it's not really a problem. We've got the big Brasilio Apuntia here because he's too big to fit in the polytunnel. He's too tall. As I say, he's only going to be overwintering, so he'll be fine there for the winter, and they can go back outside again come the spring. Some more Pilos here. And I'll just show you, this is the hygrometer here to show you just how damp we are. I mean, this is a lovely dry house, by the way, but Ireland is very high humidity. And it was on 80, 90, yes, it's got up to 100 because it's raining outside. And just show you here how different to other countries. So the trick is keeping the cacti as dry as possible. That's some of the euphorbias we overwintering inside here. Euphorbia triangularis, crazy plant, isn't it, guys? Now, as I said, this is a lovely south-facing sunny window, so they get loads of light here. The only problem is because they're in a warm kitchen, it's going to be hard to overwinter these plants. But because most of them are the succulents and the winter growers, like some of the euphorbias, it's not such a problem. We got Hansi's beautiful golden cactus that fell over the other day in the polytunnel. Hans did an amazing job where he's treated this as a cutting. So that's callousing over nicely there, getting sun. That's the bottom half of it. And as you all know with cacti, columnar cacti, it will callus over, which it's doing, and then regrow itself into a lovely candelabra effect over time. So that's some of them there. We have some of the Pachypodium, which is absolutely growing amazingly here. And some Euphorbia obesus. Now, this wonderful plant here, this is Pereschia Godspeciana. Beautiful. And this is actually what we're growing for Josh, for the Grow It for Josh project. Links up above too if you want to know how to grow a plant for Josh. It's Rachel at Garden at Dwenser in memory of her beloved son Josh, and it is absolutely flourishing plant. This is also a wonderful gift from Joshy as well. The beautiful air plant here, which is doing really well. So I'll keep them both together, which is very special. And more euphorbias as well here. And stapelias now we have here. Hans's beautiful Stapelia grandiflorus is in bud again. So it's so wonderful to see buds at this time of year. As I say, a lot of the succulents do carry on growing during the winter. So they're treated a little bit different to the desert type of cacti and succulents. And look at this. We have a Hoodia actually also coming into bud again. So this is amazing to see flowers this time of year. A Hunia here. And look at this. You wait till you see these guys. Now this is the pencil cactus. It's not a cactus. It's actually euphorbia. It's Euphorbia tuacali. Sticks on fire, it's sometimes nicknamed, but it's also nicknamed the pencil cactus because of its appearance. Now another wacky Euphorbia ingens there. Now look at this, guys. This is Hans's absolutely beautiful Ceropagia plant here. It is absolutely stunning. As you can see, it's an amazing, amazing plant. It grows very much similar like in a Hoya in a way, but it is absolutely beautiful. It reminds me of like green spaghetti. It's wacky, but you wait till you see these flowers. Now that's one big bud there. Just look at that breathtaking flower, guys. And I have made a video already of this beautiful planting flower when we lived in Waterford. So links up above to that video. And Hans also has an amazing slideshow too of that video. So please do check the videos out, guys. These flowers are like little tiny parachutes. Oh, they're so beautiful. Like little lanterns. They're gorgeous. All spotty inside. It's lovely this position here. So I say all the plants are doing very well on this windowsill. This here as well in Passions, which is it's a lovely gift from Rachel at Gardening at Dwenser, doing very well also. And this is a new plant that we bought. I know, guys, always room for one more. And this is, we actually saw it in Sainsbury's supermarket, and it was absolutely beautiful. It's a mammillaria, a lovely, healthy, big plant. As you can see, it's still in its packaging because we got it yesterday, and we haven't had a chance to take it out and actually put it into the polytunnel yet, but we will do. But it is beautiful. And from what I've gathered, I did a bit of research on the internet this morning, and it is called I'll show you because pronouncing the name is not the best. Mammillaria houseplant, is it? I know Hansi's better with names than me. See, Hansi?
Hutsilo. Puanti.
Ah, well done, Hansi. He's good with the names. Better than me, anyway.
Hutsilo Puanti. Okay.
So that's all in the kitchen, and now I'm going to show you the plant room. Now, before going to the plant room, I'm just going to show you the living room. We have the beautiful palm here that we've overwintering inside the house because, again, it's not a cold hardy one. So some of the other succulents and houseplants we've got in here, that's doing beautiful there. And we have some shuffleras here as well in the windowsill, and a selection of other types of houseplants here, all doing well. These are the ones, the shuffleras that Hansi cut down to bring for the house move, and they're doing amazing well there. Again, a ficus, and we have it's a little bit dark, guys. It's the living room. This is a north-facing position, so okay for these type of plants to overwinter them. We have the some more ripsalis hanging up as well. Sorry about the lighting, guys, it's really not the best. And we have the Stephanotis floribunda also in here, purely to overwinter. As you can see, it is a bright window, but it doesn't get direct sunshine. But to overwinter these, some of the ripsalis types as well, it will be perfectly okay. And that's here in the window here. And then we go show you the plant room. Now, this is in our bedroom here. We have the lovely Boston fern that we bought the other week. That is flourishing well as well. Loads of new growth on this beautiful baby. And Hans has found a beautiful, beautiful pot for it. As you can see, it's absolutely amazing. Look at that. All beautiful birds on it. It's one he's had for many years. And beautiful, beautiful that pot with this lovely fern. So, and then these are all actually seedlings that are actually from the Tradescanthia plant that we've got, and Hans sowed the seeds and they've done really well. So they are really flourishing, guys. I just quickly show you, we have the Clarodendrum. This one is in our bathroom, and this one we did have growing. We had the most amazing flowers all grown up in a vine. We had to cut it back when we moved house, but it's doing really well. Now, this is our plant room, and we have a selection of, these are all the ones that aren't cold hardy. In other words, they need more than a minimum temperature of about 8 onwards. Or they're cuttings or seedlings. We've got a mixture of everything here. Some of them, these are in the window I just show you. These are mainly a lot of young plants, some seedlings here. Some Lophophora, which are very cold hardy, but we just wanted them in the window here as well. And a selection, most of these are sort of all cuttings taking root. So this is like a proper little grow room here. We have the Preskia, Godsfelsiana here, beautiful, beautiful plant here. Now, even though it looks like a succulent or normal plant, it's actually a cactus, guys. And it's absolutely amazing. But as I say, we had it out in the polytunnel, but it's not apparently meant to be that cold hardy. So we've took it in just to be on the safe side. And here we have the Tradescanthia here, which is where them seedlings had come from here. These are all our crazy cactus books, guys. We have a lot of them. And here more Apuntia, Rafida, miniature. These ones here. These are a lot of them are all cuttings. So as you see, they're all taking root. So we use this room purely to overwinter everything out here. And then we've got some Selenicereus grandiflorus. These are all cuttings as well. They're usually pretty hardy, and hopefully this time next year we'll have them out in the polytunnel, and they'll all be growing all along the roof because they're amazing how they grow like a big long vine. And some more mother of thousands there. We have the dragon fruit also in the window here, and a few more. Lots and little seedlings here. We have Mammillarius seedlings, have Trichocereus seedlings, Ripsalis seedlings, a few little different. This is a little Hatiora that Rachel Gardening to Enter gifted me as a cut, and it's doing really well. And loads more little Cloister cactus seedlings as well, Setiechinopsis seedlings, and these are little Gasteria seedlings. These are also seedlings of saguaro seeds that Keith Groovyman 1968 gifted us. So they're doing very well. All the spines are growing on them, and as you see, a selection of everything here. These, by the way, guys, are amazing. These are the cuttings that, as I showed you downstairs, the Shufflera plant. Hans actually cut back our two big Shuffleras when we moved house because they were too tall to bring in the house. So we cut them back and made loads of cuttings, and they're doing really well. So links up above to that video if you haven't seen it, on how to still bring your old plant friends with you when you move house if they're very large, because you often hear people say, I had to leave that plant behind when I moved house, it was just too big to bring. But cut them back and you get loads more cuttings to give to family and friends or sell on. And there you go. It's a lovely big Sansevieria here, or they call it mother-in-law's tongue, don't they, her nickname. And a few more things, but they're mainly all seedlings and cuttings and everything here. Now, oh god, I have to show you this, guys. How could I nearly forget this absolutely beautiful begonia? I'm going to be making a separate video on this because it is so beautiful, guys. It has the most beautiful flowers on it. This is a gift as well from Gardening Adventures, Rachel. So thank you, Rachel. You've been so generous. You see, all your plants are absolutely thriving. And I say I will make a separate video of this plant, and I'll put it on the next day or two, so you get to see how beautiful this begonia actually is. It is absolute begonia size Moray, I think it's pronounced. And as I say, that was also a recutting that's doing very well. These are all cuttings here, as you can see, and more little flowers on the Tradscantia. Isn't that beautiful? So there you go, guys. That's all our crazy houseplant collection. As you say, 90% will be in the polytunnel, and then we have the rest of 10% jotted around the house. And stay tuned for a future video coming up in the next couple of days or so, again, of when we set up the grow lights in this room, because we're going to be putting grow lamps into the room. And it means that we wouldn't normally need to do that to overwinter plants, but because the majority of these plants are cuttings and young seedlings, we want them to sort of continue to grow. So we're going to be putting the grow lights up, so stay tuned for that, guys. So guys, I want to send you loads of love, heaps of happiness, and tons of plant power. As always, from Ireland. Until the next video, guys. Bye. Bye.